bring in our special guest right now, D-Back CEO Derrick Hall. Just get right to it. D-Hall, first of all, it's good to see you. We let off the show this way. Meaningful games in September. This team is still playing them, right?
We are. You know, that's what you want. You want to be playing games that matter in September, and we're still in this thing. And you hear Torrey say, you never know what can happen, right? It's not too late, and I'm proud of the way they've played. They've overcome a lot of adversity, played really great since the trade deadline, obviously, and we've gotten through a lot of injuries, and the young guys are proving themselves. They're playing really well out there.
That's right. Let's run through some news real quick. I just want to get your reaction before we kind of talk about things you got going on in here at the ballpark. Pavin Smith out for the year, just tough news. He's had a tough year, right?
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's been off and on that IL all year long, and it's too bad. Now he's been put on the 60, so he's gone. You guys just mentioned Lourdes, the number of pitchers this year that went through injury issues. It's been a battle for sure. I've never seen a season like this with this many injuries.
You've been around baseball a long time, and that's
over 35 years. It is a statement, meaning I'm old. Yeah, that's right. That is a statement.
Thanks,
well, that means you've seen a lot.
Thank you, Lina. Much better.
How reassuring is it to see the team rally the way it did after the trade deadline, all the outside noise, all the buzz, all the concern really from the fans, and then to respond the way they did?
It's great to see, and they've really come together. You know, we said all along after the trade deadline that the core is still here. We've still got that talent here, that young talent, and then to see some of the other young guys come up now and prove themselves, and they're earning their time. They're showing that they belong up here. A lot of times, you know, that's what our fans want to see. They want to see that home developed, you know, from the farm system coming up and performing and succeeding up here. It's a likable team. It has been all year.
It has been.
Absolutely.
You kept that core together, Derrick, and I think that's important. Real quick, back to injuries. Lourdes, where'd you watch it from? How'd you see it? Did you just kind of stomach sink?
Yeah, I was here. Of course, yeah, my stomach did sink for sure. And you know, we were all holding our breath, thinking, okay, it looked like he was going to walk off. I know he got on the cart, so we thought, let's hope for good things. But you know, we heard that night, Torrey, our medical staff thought it was what it was, and he could tell something was wrong. I mean, obviously, that ACL was. You could tell he was in some pain. That was one of the worst things I've seen out there in the outfield. Just trying to avoid a collision.
Just trying to, and Blaze too, playing out there in center field. What a catch too, by the way.
Unbelievable catch.
Yeah,
and we were all focused on that catch, and then it was, wait a minute.
Right.
Our left fielder's back there on the ground pounding his fist on the
then it went
silent. When you look to the future, though, what does this team do in a sense? You could be down your top arm in Corbin Burns next year. We'll see AJ Puck, Justin Martinez, and now Lourdes. I mean, how do you rebuild and refocus a little bit, retool in a sense?
Yeah, we'll be focused on pitching, which is why during the trade deadline we tried to acquire as many pitching arms as we could, both bullpen and starters. But I think, you know, we've also got that depth that we're going to see. More guys that were injured, whether it was Christian Maynor or Tommy Henry, guys that will be ready to go next year, and we'll also make some acquisitions too. We'll be busy.
Yes.
As always, right?
Yeah, always.
Yes. A busy week here at the ballpark as well, with Governor Katie Hobbs signing the bill here at Chase Field. Just what did that day, that moment?
Was a cool
on the dugout.
Very unique,
well,
but very
she
Arizona.
had her desk there with the logo, you know, and I got up, and the first thing I said was, you know you've made it when you get to travel with your own desk.
Absolutely.
Right? And I said, we do this sort of thing every day. But it was really exciting for our bill sponsor, Jeff Winnegar, for Governor Hobbs, myself, and the you know, how many media members were here to cover it. It was a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. The gates were already open, so fans got to experience it as well. It was a wonderful day, and now we're to the point where we're starting to plan for it. And you know, that funding it's a mechanism that doesn't create new taxes. It's going to take the sales tax generated here and go right back into the ballpark.
Yeah, Derrick, take me through what's next for this team. So now that it's all signed and sealed, and what's next? What do you got to do next?
Yeah, you know, we didn't have enough time really to plan for this first off season, and we do have the off season events here, so we have to make sure that we work around those. But I think we're going to look at some big ticket items right away that most people won't even see or enjoy. We've got to fix some concrete. We got to fix pipes. Eventually, we got to hit the HVAC. I think probably a year from now.
Sound like a homeowner.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And then you get to the fun, right? And you'll see more fan facing. I do think we have enough time this offseason to maybe bring in new ribbon boards and a new scoreboard.
Wow.
And then we'll start to look at new areas that'll bring some different. This ballpark was built back at the time when you would have 48,000 seats and everybody sat the same way. They all wanted to sit and watch the game the same way. Well, people don't take in games the same way anymore today. People like to stand around. They like to socialize. So we're going to have some standing room only areas with nice new bars and really recreate and reimagine this entire ballpark to make sure we have enough different offerings in different locations for all fans.
Sure, keep the charm and the memories, the history, while updating and elevating.
Totally,
right?
yeah. Have that traditional look. Yeah, but we need more more premium areas. We need all-inclusive areas. All that's going to be fun to bring into this ballpark.
Yeah, I think that was going to be my next question. Like, what else? What you going to do? What do you want to? Well, you kind of got a blank slate in a sense.
We
You
do.
can do whatever you want to this.
And a lot of inspiration out there.
We do. We sat down yesterday for the first time with our stadium consultant, and we said, okay, best case scenario, if you could do everything and anything, what would it look like? And we spent about 5 hours and realized we would have spent about $5 billion. So now we're going to have to go.
Cannot do all that.
Now we're going to have to go back and go, okay, maybe not that, maybe not that, maybe not that.
So the pool in the upper deck.
Right, that's not happening.
Got it, fair enough.
But I will say, so many ballparks have been renovated over the years, and a lot that we visited this year. When you go to Toronto now, very much like this with a retractable roof, and what they were able to do, again, taking areas of seats and leveling it out so that fans can come in and they can have a nice bar, social area, high tops. I mean, those areas are packed now in all these new ballparks. We don't have that. We only have seats, fixed seats.
Well, we can figure something
Yeah,
out.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We'll get there.
Derrick, obviously the schedule's out for next year. Just when you look at it, are you excited? I mean, do you like, hey, we got a month still to go? And how do you look at it when the schedule comes out?
I'm certainly excited. I mean, I do look at our schedule this year, too. And as you guys mentioned, we've got some tough teams coming in when you have Boston right now, and you've got the Giants, you have the Phillies coming, the Dodgers.
Should we boo them now or later?
Boo them now.
Okay,
yeah, let's boo. And then I look at next year, and the schedule's great. We like to open on the road because you break camp here, and it doesn't feel like you've just stayed here and gone from one ballpark to the other and never really got together as a group on the road. So we open up at Dodger Stadium on March 26th, and we open up here on March 30th. So it's just enough time to get on the road, and then come back here and open up with the Tigers. We always ask for some of those fan favorite holidays.
Right.
Father's Day, we've got the Twins. Mother's Day, we've got the Mets. We have 4th of July again, the 3rd through the 5th. I think we're playing the Brewers then.
Cool.
And then we finish the season, hopefully meaningful games again with the Yankees coming in here to finish up that schedule.
Yeah,
That's the best part.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I love that there are some staple holidays here that are celebrated at Chase Field. You mentioned Father's Day, 4th of July. You get fireworks over the roof.
That's right.
That's really special.
Yeah, and
Can
we
you tell
request
baseball
those.
like, hey, those are ours? Like,
We request
Yes.
them. So you put a preference on it. It's like a point system. You weight system. And we always ask for 4th of July if we can get it. We love the fact now that we'll do 2 fireworks shows like we tried this year. Fans enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So being the 3rd through the 5th, we'll be able to back it up with back-to-back nights, consecutive nights of fireworks. It's exciting. We're looking forward to this next season for sure.
Absolutely. It's been so fun to see the post-game concerts here, too.
Yeah.
After these broadcasts, we have Flo Rida coming tonight.
It's our last one.
you
Flo
book
Rida
Flo?
tonight.
Yeah,
Of course I
the
did.
grand finale.
You don't think I'm the type that said, who's this Florida?
Right.
Right. Well, I think people might not even realize that that's really the pun on the name. I've heard people like the light bulb finally goes off.
Yeah.
But how cool is it to have a headlining pop star like that here on a Friday night?
It is great. And he's done a lot of post-game concerts at other ballparks. He also worked the All-Star game that I went to back at New York when it was the Mets hosting. So he's a performer.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to that tonight. Big crowds this weekend. Tonight's huge. We'll be over 40,000 tonight. Tomorrow night, it's getting close to 40,000 on Sunday as well. Our final fireworks show is going to be on September 19th, that Friday night post-game fireworks show. It's going to have an 80s theme because of Stranger Things night.
Oh, cool.
So that's fun. And then, of course, we finish off the season here at home on that final Sunday, the 28th, with our Race Against Cancer, which is our annual event,
Very
raising money
special.
and awareness for cancer.
Derrick,
Yes.
you mentioned the attendance, and it's been really cool to see this ballpark. I feel like it's up.
It is.
I mean, have you guys felt that, noticed the excitement throughout the entire week? this year?
Absolutely.
Fans want to come to the ballpark.
Yeah, and Cam, we've had our ebbs and flows. I think even when we were in our valleys, we were still
People were here.
They were
Yeah,
coming. They were coming
the
out.
Building was rocking.
Yeah, and again, I think they really like this team. They like these players. They connect with them. And I think we're just going to carry that momentum into next year. Let's finish strong for sure, especially with the schedule.
All right,
Yeah.
can I ask you a tough question?
Okay.
What's the future for Torey Lovello? I mean, it seems like any manager you'd put in with this kind of team, with the injuries that it's had, it's just not fair to judge anything. What do you see in that?
Yeah, I think it's been a tough year for Torey, the coaching staff, for the front office with all the injuries. Again, I've never seen a season like this, and for him to keep it together, and here we are with a chance to get back to 500 tonight. He's always shown that with a very young team like this, he does a great job teaching and developing and motivating. These guys love him. He's a player's manager. He's a great communicator. He's a great friend. He's a great person. So I'm glad he's succeeding again, especially at this part of the season where he turned it around with this
and
young
getting
team.
to 500, Derrick. I mean, even so, maybe closing the gap in this wild card race and getting to the playoffs, that would be a massive win for this team, considering all the pieces that one aren't here and two are on the injured list.
It would be unbelievable. And the fact that we're facing the Giants, I think, 6 times,
Yeah.
you know, we control our destiny with them.
Some
Yes.
ground. Yeah.
That's right. That team right in front of you. So, we tend all season to play to the level of our competition. Those teams that we think we should beat and dominate,
Sure.
we haven't always done so. But the
Sure.
teams that we think, because they're ahead of us, either in the division or the wild card, they've got a good record, we play up to that level. In fact, we just won off. I thought that last road trip was going to be one of the toughest road trips we were going to face, going to Milwaukee and then L.A. We did
Look
great.
at that.
Yes.
They didn't blink.
No, didn't blink. Came back here, lost the first game against Texas, won the series.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
as you guys said, we've won 3 in a row. We haven't lost a series since Colorado. I'd like to have that one back. But
Sure.
I think it's exciting to finish this way. It's good for Torrey. It's great for the team. If we get back to 500 now, then let's see where we go after that.
Yeah, what does it say also about the men in this clubhouse that they are still rocking with Torrey? They are willing to run through a brick wall. Just watching them a couple weeks ago, watching them take cuts for the Fantasy Football League draft. I mean, their
Why weren't
reaction,
you in that,
they're
by the
bought
way?
in.
Oh, well, I'm in a front office one here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm,
Fair enough.
I'm in 5 of them already, so too many.
He's busy.
I am. But no, it is great to see the group do that, Lina. I mean, they really love him. They love each other, and they at some point the light clicked on, and they said, "Boy, we got to turn this around." I think around the trade deadline we were in a lull. I think people were looking in the mirror or over their shoulders,
Right.
wondering, "Am I next? Am I going to go?" And they stopped, whether it was feeling sorry for themselves or worrying or thinking, "Boy, we should be playing better." And now all of a sudden the pressure's on you. It's off. And
Yeah.
I think young players have that tendency to bring that energy and that belief and that enthusiasm, and we're seeing it. I think a lot of it has to do with Torrey.
Attitude reflects leadership. It all
Yes.
starts
That's
with the energy this man brings.
Absolutely.
Real quick, Derrick, if you weren't doing this,
Yeah.
I've always said you'd be great at Saturday Night Live. You or the Tonight Show.
Lauren
Do
on the phone,
Do you have
Lauren Michaels.
Do you have another if you were doing something else? What
If
would
I
it
could
be?
do anything?
If you could do anything else, what
As
would
a
you go-
Cronkite kid, of course.
Yeah, of course, of course. No, I've always said, if I could do any job,
Yeah.
I think I'd want to be a pro golfer, right? They just live the
Okay.
life. They play at the greatest courses, right? They just
Yeah.
they play year round. You
Sure.
could play into your 70s and 80s.
Sure.
They all have just like the great tan, and they're playing on the greatest courses all over the world. That would be a great thing.
Well, why haven't we seen you out at the Open at the Pro-Am with Torrey and Zach and Corbin?
I'm
all
working.
Those guys?
I've got my tunic on. I'm behind the scenes.
That's true. That's true.
That's
They
true.
don't let
It's
the
time.
Thunderbirds out.
No,
Yeah, you
no.
can't
Yeah,
play
you
in
don't
your
want to
own
see that.
tournament,
either.
right?
No, I said if I could do something, that's what it would
Sure,
be.
that's what it would
You don't
be.
see me doing that.
That's the best part, right? But working in baseball, it's got to be
That's
the
my
dream,
it's
right?
it's my dream job. Yeah, I grew up wanting to work in baseball. I grew up a Dodger fan in L.A. And started my
We don't
career.
hold that against you,
No,
by
I
the
know.
way.
Well, I
You're
started
a
my
Valley
career there.
boy, yeah.
And I was there, 12, 13
Sure.
years, and I've been in the game 35 years. But this is my dream job. And I remember years ago, my dad, who's no longer with us, and he was an All-American catcher in the state of Arkansas. He was recruited by the Cardinals, and he loved the game. He taught me the game, and he said, one day you're going to be a director before you're 25. I said, you're crazy, and it happened. He said, you're going to be a vice president before you're 30. I said, no way, and it happened. He said,
What?
you're going to be a team president before you're 40.
Wow.
I said, no, you're nuts, and it happened. And, so it's been, I've been blessed, I've been lucky, but it's all about the people that work here that do it. It's not me, it's them. That's an incredible culture, incredible workforce, both our front office and our game day staff. I give them all the credrit.
And it shows. Real
Yeah.
quick, you got the lotto numbers? I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Did he tell you to get a lottery ticket between the days of?
I got 1.8 billion reasons to have
Have
lottery
the lottery
tickets. I got them.
That could
Yeah.
go right to the
Got 'em.
ballpark.
Yeah. So I love this job, but if I win that thing, you won't see
won't
me
see
next
me.
time.
Right.
That-
You won't
got
know
2
he hit the
Friday
lottery,
games
but
left,
there will
and you
be
won't see me.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, Derrick, listen, we fired a lot of questions at you. We appreciate the time. And
Yes.
it's such a pleasure to talk to you. And it's been really cool to be out here all season long with the D-backs, and hopefully they can keep this thing rolling in September. It's a real statement. They're playing meaningful games. The
Yeah,
D-backs are
absolutely.
playing meaningful games here in September.
And let's keep
and
it
if they
that
can
way.
keep rolling like
Right.
that, I mean, who knows what can happen in
You
the
got that
standings.
right. Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for being out here. You guys have done a great job, and it's just another happy 12 News Friday for me.
There we go. Thanks, Derrick.
Absolutely.
We'll have